Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and Jeff Bezos' assertion that the Rings of Power is not a cash grab. So without further ado, let's get into the story. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos addresses the criticism that Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power series is just a cash grab. This is also, well, I think there's two criticisms here, and they both work together. One, that they're not following Tolkien's work, and two, that as a result, it seems like it's just a cash grab. And it does kind of seem that way, given the things that the showrunners have said. Yeah, I mean, I just get the impression that the showrunners are more concerned with fame and fortune and power than actually trying to uphold any of Tolkien's work, and it seems like they're just in it for themselves, and they're not so much in it to do a faithful adaptation. And in fact, they said several times that it's like inspired by Tolkien. It's not an adaptation of his work because this is stuff that he never wrote. Okay, in any case, set in the second age of Middle-earth, thousands of years prior to the events of The Hobbit, at least they admit that, the upcoming Prime Video series will explore a very different version of J.R.R. Tolkien's world than has been seen on the screen before. Over planned 5 seasons, the show will chronicle a number of key events, including Sauron's initial rise to power. Now, while Lord of the Rings fans have been eager for Rings of Power Season 1, I don't know about that. We'll come back to that. To release on September 2nd, high expectations have led to worry among the fan base that the show will not live up to Tolkien's storytelling. Multiple actors from the Lord of the Rings franchise have, of course, wished them the best of luck. The Lord of the Rings trilogy director, Peter Jackson, was not consulted. In fact, they actually initially asked him if they could consult him, and then they ghosted him. In addition to that, they had Tom Shippey, who is a legendary Tolkien scholar, attached to the project, but he is no longer attached to the project. He was run off, supposedly something to do with a non-disclosure agreement, but that seems to be an excuse for the fact that they didn't see eye to eye for the direction that the project was actually going. So Bezos himself tells Time, Middle-earth is such a beloved world, and telling the story of the forging of the Rings of Power is a privilege and a responsibility. I hope we do Tolkien's work justice. It goes beyond making a commercially successful show. Everyone working on the show read these stories as kids, and our hearts are in it. That's okay, but I mean, what does that mean? You're not telling us anything. That doesn't tell me that you're going to be faithful to adapting this. Bezos' comments echo those of many fans and film industry leaders who all seem to have faith in the Rings of Power showrunners and actors. Where the hell is that coming from? There have not been many fans that have said that. That is absolute BS. Don't lie, okay? Let's look at the proof. 130,000 upvotes, 1.8 million downvotes. The fans don't agree with you. The fans are not excited about this. People who actually know anything about Tolkien and know what is going on and know what Amazon is doing and know what the showrunners are doing are not impressed. And they have serious issues with this. And this is coming from every major and minor channel on YouTube that has the credibility. I'm not talking about new channels that have just popped up overnight that are suddenly shilling for Amazon. I'm not talking about people who were influencers on YouTube but never said anything about Tolkien and never had any content about Tolkien that suddenly love Tolkien and love everything from Amazon's, and they're experts and scholars now. Look, I'm not an expert or a scholar on Tolkien, all right? But I do look things up, I do research things, and I can tell you this, people are not impressed. People are not impressed. And there are many, many channels that, I mean, there's so many, like, it's all in my feed. My feed is just, like, literally covered in story after story, video after video of people with a serious amount of followers and actually a serious more amount of credibility than even me in their discussions of Lord of the Rings and Tolkien. They've done countless videos on this over the last several years, and I just recently came to this because I felt I needed to discuss this. I felt I needed to discuss the lies that we're getting from the showrunners and the lies that we're getting from Amazon, the lies that we're getting from Jeff Bezos. So don't tell me stuff that, like, Bezos' comments echoes those of many fans. Film industry leaders? Okay, yeah. A bunch of other people in Hollywood are like, yeah, this is gonna work. Yeah, because they have an interest in this working, right? They have an interest in taking a property, basically, instead of being faithful to the property, doing what they want with it, inserting a bunch of narratives in it, and telling people, yeah, it's actually great, and people love this, and even when that's not the case. So yeah, I'm gonna believe those people. They all seem to have faith in the Rings of Power showrunners. You mean the showrunners that haven't done anything ever? Really? Come on. And actors. Look, I'm sure the actors are going to do their best. I'm sure they're going to do the best under the direction that they're given. I'm not going to say any more or less than that, other than maybe Morfydd Clark can stop talking a little bit on Twitter. That would be great. Or Instagram, wherever she's posting her ranty stuff at. Maybe she should let's just focus on the good things that about the Rings of Power instead of trying to foment your fan backlash against you. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How can Jeff Bezos say that he cares about Lord of the Rings and that's not just a cash grab when they're not even doing a faithful adaptation, when they're doing the book that Tolkien never wrote, and they're injecting and inserting all sorts of modern issues and modern identity politics, and they're changing the narrative so that it fits the modern times that they want to insert, the modern issues that they want to insert into this story. That doesn't sound very Tolkienian to me. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. In the meantime, if you want to continue to smash the narrative, then smash the like, subscribe, and share buttons, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.